Comedy Film Nerds Podcast.
I saw I, Tonya,
Yes.
and this is...
We were both excited to see this movie.
I really liked it. I mean, Margot Robbie does a very good job. And Allison Janney is, as to be expected, is amazing. Let me bring up some stuff here. So it was directed by Craig Gillespie, and Craig Gillespie has done... Here's some of the films that Craig Gillespie has done. He's done The Finest Hours, $1 Million Arm, Fright Night. So it's not like...
He did Fright Night?
Yeah. Lars and the Real Girl,
Okay.
Mr. Woodcock. So it's not like he comes from some sort of Oscar lineage or
Yeah,
whatever.
cinema pedigree.
No, he does not. But this movie, at first, like the trailer, I'm like, why is it, I don't know, I hope it's not too wacky, it's not too silly. It's based on actual interviews with these folks. And these people say crazy shit.
Right.
These people are characters.
Yeah.
And they're not...
Even their names are characters.
Yeah.
Like with Jeff Galooly, that sounds like a made-up name.
Yeah. And the one guy who's like, I'm a covert op spy. And it's like, there's no knowledge of you. We have no record of you doing it anywhere. Well, that's because I'm covert. Like, you're nuts. There's a scene in the trailer, and it's in the movie, they reference, and it's sort of what the filmmaker, I thought, did a very interesting job. I think Craig Gillespie did a good job of taking...
With his cinema pedigree.
Of showing the people being interviewed more in modern day times. I think the interviews were they're let me look at this. This is not Allison Janney's interview, but I forget when these interviews happened, but they happened a good 10, 15 years after the incident went down. And it's sort of interviewing Tonya, her mom, Jeff Galooly, and the other moron. And like this is in the trailer. So Allison Janney, there's a scene where she's got a bird on her shoulder, and you're thinking, well, this is bullshit. Nope. They show the actual footage of the mom with a crazy parakeet on her shoulder, and this Peter Tork haircut, chain smoking, going, I made her tough,
They are in Portland, aren't they, or Oregon?
Yeah, they're in Oregon.
So they're a little out there.
Yeah, they're a little out there in rural Oregon where there's some wingnuttery out there. So really, what the filmmaker did, and obviously it was written by, let me look at the screenwriter, Stephen Rogers, took these interviews, these transcripts from these interviews, and then the news events, and all right, we're going to just piece these together. These are what these people said happened. So we're going to reenact this stuff, and we're going to show you what went down. And it's so crazy. Some of it is just so crazy that it's funny. Some of it is really sad. And I came away with sort of like, Tonya Harding's a tragic figure. I don't think she knew about this. I think she was like, yeah, you guys, whatever. Like they were going to just somebody called in a death threat to Tonya Harding to try to rattle her. And one
You mean Nancy Kerrigan?
No, somebody called in a death threat to Tonya Harding.
Oh, okay.
And they went, wow, we should do that to Nancy Kerrigan.
Got it.
They had the idea. So they went, and then in there, these guys, the series of idiots that they kept hiring, then just decided to hit her in the knee, and Tonya had nothing to do with it. So, in my opinion, it's like she, no, Siri, don't talk to me. I wasn't talking to you. She was the best skater in the world for a while, and she's sort of a tragic figure. She had this really awful, abusive mom. Her dad split. So, of course, at age 15, she's going to start dating an abusive dude, and she's abusive. He's abusive. And there was no real guidance in there, except maybe her coach, and then was a victim of all of this crap. I mean, she wasn't innocent, but like, where was she taught how to act? Not that, I mean, I'm not excusing some of her behavior. She's an adult, but like, there's some crazy shit that just like, how is she, supposed to operate? And so, but it's really well acted and well directed. I really like the movie. I think some nominations might come out. I think Allison Janney should get one for sure. So, what were you going to say?
The screenwriter, the screenwriter previously had done Hope Floats, Stepmom, Kate and Leopold, which is the closest thing to a comedy, P.S. I Love You, and Love the Coopers. So not like, was this movie particularly fun? I mean, the trailer is very funny.
Well,
so.
it is, but it's, again, I don't think the screenwriter was writing jokes.
Oh, okay.
I think he was sort of saying, I'm going to just show you what these people said and did, and
Right.
some of it's going to be fun. I mean, the director kind of shot it in ways, but I don't know, and this isn't a slam. I don't think it's a full-on, I don't think you can call it a full-on comedy, because there's just like, you got to watch this. It's so crazy, it'll make you laugh, but it's kind of, I don't know, the crazy analogy, if you ever heard those old audio tapes of those two old guys like that would argue. Remember?
Shut Up Little Man?
Yeah, shut up, little man.
Yeah.
And when you first heard them, they were like hilarious and then when you really start listening deep, it's like really becomes sad and awful that these two guys have this awful life and treat each other this way. It's kind of like that. They say and do all these, and there's some disputable stuff. I never said that. I never did this. So who knows? And we'll never know. But like, it is really like some of this stuff. I don't know. It's an interesting. I'm glad the director didn't go too jokey with it. I'm glad the screenwriter didn't go too jokey, because it's sort of like, it's funny enough on its own, just the absurdity of this.
So the tone was okay.
I thought so. Some people might not like the tone, but for me, the tone was good.
Was it pretty Coen-y? Coen Brothers-ish? Because that's what the trailer plays as well. So
The trailer plays it a little bit Coen Brothers-y, but it's.
It
like,
definitely
when
had
we-
that feel from the trailer.
Yeah, when we saw the trailer, I compared it to an episode like Fargo or the movie Fargo itself. So
It's kind of like that in the sense that if the Coen brothers were to take an actual event that's this absurd and show it to you. I mean, every Coen brothers movie, even the most, like No Country for Old Men, even the most brutal, have kind of quirky, funny moments in them. So there's some awful shit in this film, and, that's brutal, but then there's some quirky moments in it as well.
yeah.
I mean, yeah, that is a decent assertion of it. I think I'd say it's sort of Coen Brothers-esque. So
I mean, that's a compliment.
yeah, it is absolutely a compliment. They're great filmmakers.
Yeah.
I think this is a good movie. I think it's worth watching. My only fear is that will the Academy disregard it because they think it's a comedy, because they always look their nose down at comedies. Will they just go, oh, it's a comedy, it doesn't count?
Right.
Which it should, because it's not I mean, it's a dramatic story that has funny moments in it. So
We'll see what happens.
yeah, it's a good film.
I shot first. Kid